I too would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet this evening and pay my respects to elders past, present and emergent, and to extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Acknowledge our Acting Mayor, Cherie Daly, and fellow councillors, my colleague Sheena Riley, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great segue in for me, because I want to paint a slightly different vision about what we might do with this precinct. Not vastly different, but I think tweaked differently. I've been head of Logan campus now for a year, and I still am immensely impressed and amazed by the diversity, the entrepreneurial spirit, and the deep sense of community within Logan. It's really quite palpable after having been on the Gold Coast campus. This commitment extends to all levels of government. There's a real sense that across all levels of government and across community, there is a desire to work together to make a positive difference within this region and to create a flourishing and prosperous community. We have such an amazing opportunity to tap into that. It gives us such a head start, I think, in terms of what we wish to do here and in terms of creating community wealth, not just a health and knowledge precinct, but a whole community that benefits from that opportunity. So a bit about Griffith and how we'd like to play to make that so. First, a slight bragging moment. You've already heard about how strong Griffith is, and that extends to this campus as well. We are in the top 2% of universities worldwide. We're very young as a university, and despite that, we have a lot to be proud of. And in fact, if you look at this slide, you'll see that our nursing and midwifery programs, which are the largest programs at our Logan campus, and it's something we're very proud of, rank 11th in the world. So this is a great advantage we can draw upon, and this advantage is not just what's on the Logan campus, but what's across all of Griffith. We can draw in all that expertise and knowledge into this precinct and make it live. In fact, we've just relocated our Centre of Excellence in Autism Research onto the Logan campus from Mount Gravatt into a shared facility with AEIOU. So our vision for the campus is very much one that's about connecting. It's about building on that sense of existing community to connect all these different players together to build a socially inclusive and prosperous region. And that's the great opportunity that I think we're sitting on. And to do that, we've suggested 5 key strategies. We want to partner with our schools, with our vet providers. We already do, but we know we can do more, and with other agencies to provide learning pathways for all people in Logan. Our goal is to ensure that everyone within the region is given the opportunity to fulfil their educational potential, regardless of background and personal circumstance, because an educated community is one that will really create that innovation and entrepreneurship that we need for the future. We know that work's changing, and people's expectation of what work looks like is changing. More of us will be creating our own jobs, not just looking for jobs within an agency, and we'll be changing careers over our lifetime. So part of our vision for our campus is to ensure not only that all our graduates exit with that innovative and entrepreneurial spirit that's required for them to succeed in the world of work, but that we offer adaptive and modularised programs, blending online and on-campus intensives, so that people that are already out in the workforce have that flexibility to continuously upskill, so that we can offer undergraduate and postgraduate micro-credentialing, short courses, and really develop the capability and capacity of people within the region. How good would it be, just imagine, that if we had our students embedded in every business and organisation across the precinct, so that not only the students were gaining that real-world experience, but contributing back to developing the capacity and capability across the precinct. Or if Meadowbrook became the place to come to for your 1 week live-in intensive, if you're working in the health and wellbeing sector, this was where you came to really upskill and get that latest knowledge about new opportunities and new technologies. A key component of the future rests on being an active partner in this precinct, that goes without saying. And our vision is very much about being enmeshed across the whole precinct. We don't see ourselves locked away on the campus, and I guess that starting slide on our presentation indicates that. What we see is that the university's research and teaching can be enmeshed within the community overall, so that we're really very much a living and breathing part of the total precinct. This is where I think there's an opportunity to think a bit differently. There's some great overseas exemplars of inclusive growth where the hospitals, the university, other anchor institutions within a region have acted together to create a community and grow that community wealth. Most notably Cleveland in the US and Preston in the UK. So I think we can look to some other types of models that really provide us with some great opportunities around differentiation. What these cities have done is the city has worked in partnership with those key anchor institutions to start to look at how they invest in buying services and products from within their precinct. So what they're doing is getting more money back into the area, creating the incentives for new business, new industries, and to grow existing industries. So you get this virtuous cycle of growth. It's created jobs, improved living standards, and reduced disadvantage. And I think it's a different way to look at some of those opportunities we have, along with the more traditional health and knowledge precinct ideas. And last but by no means least, by doing so, I think we can start to set an exemplar of how you take a place and really bring those partners together to create this prosperous and community building approach to precincts where the community overall is lifted, where you're seeing inclusive growth across that whole community and community wealth building. And from that, we can help government at all levels think about the policies that might assist in creating those opportunities in other regions so we can become a national leader, if not international. So I guess in short, the opportunity I see is to create not just a health and wellbeing precinct, but one which builds community wealth, that takes the community with us, builds those skills and jobs of the future in partnership with the fantastically diverse and rich community that we have. And I'd love to invite you to join me in making that real.